Back here on Cubs Live, and you see it's time for today's weather presented by Four Seasons.
For all the right reasons.
I feel like both of us need to clear our throats.
No, I was good. I don't know about you.
On that promo read
Speak
right
for yourself.
There. 69 degrees, and the roof is cerrado, close.
That's a good
93
call.
93 degrees and humid out there. 93% humidity.
Well, that's outside without the roof closed. Right?
That's right. They have windows that kind of blow through there, so we'll see how it all shakes out.
Oh, the panels behind. Okay, you're right. You're right.
It stays wide open there. So with runners in scoring position, as we dip into our Northwestern Medicine heart of the lineup presented by Northwestern Medicine, leading the way to better medicine. Oh boy, so far this series, those Milwaukee Brewers batting a robust .333, while the Cubs 4 for 21, 7 punch-outs. You can't punch out when you have ducks on the pond. You have to push a few runs across, and that's exactly what Shota Imanaga is looking for today. What do you have to say, man?
Well, I'm just saying the Brewers don't look that much better than the Cubs. It's just the sac flies, right? And the sac bunt yesterday.
Station to station baseball. That's the issue.
But it's a sac fly, right? When you think, like, the Cubs had less than 2 hours of runs on third. Mm-hmm. Before we get the shot, I'm just saying, like, when you look at that, you go, oh, the Brewers have beat them down. Well, they really haven't with runs in scoring position. They just have gotten timely
done all the little things.
Sac flies, not hits. That's just a difference in the game.
Whatever scores runs. It's a run-scoring contest, not necessarily a hit contest, as Boog likes to say.
Well, you know their philosophy. We've been talking about the last couple of days. They're going to grind, but they have quality at bats. They get you to 3-2, 3-1. Seems like every single time. We're going to get to this little shoulder breakdown on this last start.
Okay. What'd you see?
Well, I think the big thing is, we was hearing afterwards that he was possibly tipping. I was like, well, it wasn't the tipping. It was this velocity. And look here, I'll put the target down the middle where you can't throw the baseball.
I thought he was tipping mid-game. You're like, he's throwing it right across the plate, fool.
Yeah, I'm like, you can't do this and survive at the big league level. I don't care who you are. The one thing Shota has, he loves his fastball. He's going to give up homers. But when you're living in the heart of the plate, it's just hard to get big league hitters out. When he's good, look where the target is, and look where location is. If you're around 89, 90, you have to live outside of that circle. Make it look hitterish out the hand, and then you get the swing and misses, as you see right there to Twins hitters. And that to me is where he has to live. When you look above 91, it's a huge difference as far as inducing weak contact, keeping slug at a minimum, and allow yourself to stay in the ball game and be Shota like we've seen when he's really good.
And how much is he going to need to rely on that split finger fastball? Because if you look at left-handers' repertoire all throughout Major League Baseball, there's not one lefty that throws that splitty like he does.
No, it's really not, Cole. And I think the big thing is getting these guys to believe that you're not eliminating that split finger because it's not in and out the zone.
It could come at any time.
It could come at any time, but it has to be located the way he wants to get the location of it, where it's in and out the zone, what we saw against those Minnesota Twins hitters. Mm-hmm. If he can do that, it should be a good day for him.
Oh, Mo Baller, getting the call back up once again. We told you earlier in the program at DHing tonight, or today rather, and batting 7th. What does he need to do to be successful versus Freddie Peralta? Because Freddie's not going to let him off the hook with ease.
You know what? He looks like a big leaguer, man. He just does. He just looks like he belongs in the league. And you know what he has to do? Might have lost a little bit of weight, got himself in better shape, leaned up a little bit.
He had a shirt on that says Mo Baller.
There you go.
His jersey. That's when you know you're doing something right.
That lets you know he's tired of going to Iowa. So then do what you got to do, right? Okay. Let Freddie Peralta know that you're not ready to go back to Iowa, and you're going to put that pressure on this organization to not send you back. And that's not missing fastballs and missing balls, in the zone that you can lean on.
Okay. Moises Ballesteros does what needs to be done. That could change the entire complexion of tomorrow's 5 p.m. Central Time Major League trade deadline. Shota Imanaga, he's looking to change the thought process of those Milwaukee Brewers and jump the Cubs back in the win column. Yep, show is over. The gang has the call. Cliff and I, we'll catch you during the same game parlay, 5th inning, and when the dust settles. Go Cubs.
And welcome to Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Cubs and Brewers as the Cubs look to salvage the finale from American Family Field. Big day today, big game. Welcome into the broadcast booth. John Shambi and Jim DeShays, Taylor McGregor will join us coming up. It falls to Shota Imanaga, coming off a tough start. It's still been a really good year for the little lefty.
Yeah, it sure has. Here's a fun fact for you. The Cubs have not been swept in a 3-game series yet this year. One of only 2 teams that can make that claim. But we turn our attention to Shota Imanaga. Yeah, last time out against the White Sox, pretty sure he was tipping his pitches. I mean, he wasn't good. Command was bad. Velo was down a little bit, but he got hammered. So we expect him to bounce back here today, because every other time that has happened to him in his career, that's exactly what has happened. 14 starts this year with a 3.12 ERA. So kind of flush that last one. Go after these Brewers here this afternoon.
But on the other side, Freddie Peralta, the right-hander, Cub fans of the Cubs very familiar with. He's putting together what might be his best season.
Yeah, and like me, that's a big but. I mean, he is really, really good. 8-2 lifetime with an ERA a little over 3 against the Cubs. He's faced them twice this year, once here in Milwaukee, once at Wrigley. Positive results both times. He won both of those games, including a 6 scoreless. He has the lowest starters home ERA in MLB.
Yeah, he's been really good this year at All-Star for the second time in his career. Cub fans will be in the house, hoping to make some noise as the Cubs look to pick up a win. When we come back, keys to the game. Sharp, 3 innings, 7 earned on 12 hits. Breaking ball. Umpire, 2-2. Right through there, got him. And Frelick is gone. He was hunching on something else.
Yeah, I think he thought Shota might come back with that sweeper again, but he goes fastball. 91 miles per hour. So good to see Shota. You know, last time out, his velocity started to dip as that outing went along. I mean, everything about his outing was rough last time. But he likes to ride up in the zone in that split finger pitch.
Swing and a miss. But he got him to chase on the splitter.
And that's a good sign. When he's getting, he's being very intentional about hiding his position there with the glove.
Line drive, left field. That one back, and it is gone. Contreras got it off the end of the bat, but he got enough of it. His 7th, and the Brewers have tied it up 1-1.
This is the first home run that Contreras has hit against a left-handed pitcher this year. This is his 91st start behind the plate, the most of any catcher in Major. Shota, you know, I think he was so lost in his last start. He actually started flipping some curveballs up here too that we normally don't see.
2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Contreras hits the homer, and this game is tied up. We'll head to the 2nd at American Family Field. Facing Vaughn to count 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Line drive and a base hit into left field. Splitter stayed up, and Vaughn got enough of it. 2nd. That one bunted and caught out of the air by Shaw. And Vaughn didn't get far enough off first for the Cubs to have a chance at 2. Perkins back in, awaiting a 2-2. Foul tipped into the mid of Kelly, struck him out, and the side retired. But he's been super steady defensively. Swing and a grounder to short. Swanson takes it in and throws out Ortiz. Downstairs, and Taylor McGregor.
Stadiums where there's a third deck.
Third deck syndrome, we call it.
1-2 left field. Suzuki. And Seiya makes the catch. 2 down. The velocity. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 5 punch-outs for Imanaga, and he has set down 6 in a row. 5-1, Cubs lift that one in. Drilled right field, Tucker back some more, looking, gone. And Imanaga could not believe it.
No, not the opposite way. Didn't expect that from Contreras. Second home run of the day, and as I mentioned last time, he had not hit a single home run against a left-handed pitcher this year until today. One-man wrecking crew for the Brewers. Fastball actually has a little tail on it, and 90 miles an hour off the outside corner and up, and he just rides it out of here. Said it today until after the home runs.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm just saying it would be annoying.
Yeah.
It doesn't make what we're saying any less true, but it also doesn't make it less annoying. Swanson and Yelich retired. Contreras does that a lot too. Hits it on the ground a ton.
Yeah.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's a half dozen strikeouts for Imanaga.
Again, that's typically good things are happening when he's getting chased on the split finger pitch.
Three and two. Fly ball right field towards the line. Tucker. And Imanaga gets him 1-2-3 after giving up the homer. We're in the fifth. Outside corner, ring him up. And he's matched the season. Brian Hayes traded to the Reds. That one bounced towards third. Fair ball down the line. And Suzuki over there to try and dig it out. And Perkins into second.
Sandwich. So
that's a good point.
It's tomato season.
Line drive, base hit left field. Suzuki picks it up. So they're at the corners with one out.
Yeah, so not a lot of slug. He'd be content with a base hit here for sure.
Here's the 0-1. Fly ball, right field. Tucker drifting back and makes the catch. Tagging from third and scoring is Perkins, and it's a 5-3 game. Keller continues to get Imanaga struck him out. Collins is gone. 8 punch outs and 5 solid innings for Shota Imanaga. The Cubs lead by a couple.
Thank you. Kyle, for you personally, what did you feel at the plate today?
I felt pretty good. I mean, I'm swinging at good pitches over the plate and taking the ones just off. So, I haven't been able to really get those extra base hits. So it was nice to get that one down the line today and driving a few runs. But, if I'm just controlling the zone, just doing the most with what I got, just, trying to have a good day that way.
What is it about your approach that maybe the extra base hits aren't showing up for you, but you've still been able to get on base consistently?
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to feel great every day, and you're going to go through, the ups and downs of the season. It's just, if you're not, playing the best or, how you want to, is if you're able to draw out some walks or at least have some competitive at bats and, draw out an at bat or something. It's kind of a day saver. So as long as I'm getting on base and driving in runs or scoring, I'm okay with it.
What stood out to you about Moises' at bat in the third when he was able to come up with the big double?
That was huge. I mean, getting 3 runs right there in a tie game, or I think we might have been up by 1 or something at that time. But that was huge. I mean, he just came back up again and throwing right into the lineup and came up with a huge knock. So I'm happy for him.
Thank you. Cool.
T-Mac, Tuck, good stuff. The Cubs with their 30th win on.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we just played a very complete game today. A lot of people did good things. Peralta's given us some problems for sure. And Michael started it off. But then just, we put pressure on him in 3 of his 4 innings pretty well. And it led to some good results. So really, really good game by the offense today.
Ballesteros, that at bat, he had to go the other way. Just what impressed you in that moment?
Well, that's we haven't got the big hit this series, and that was certainly a big hit, and that was the biggest hit of the day for sure. And falling behind with 2 strikes, with some good swings, just missed a fastball, and then just a good at bat, and hit it hard, hit it in the gap, and then we got 3 runs there. So that's great, man. You call a kid up, he doesn't sleep, has a 3 o'clock wake up call, and delivers the biggest hit of the game.
You talked before the game about feeling a little more relaxed this time around. You see some, it's one spot, but you see some evidence of that one.
Yeah, I mean, I think better than it was in his first game today. Absolutely, yeah.
Showed up pretty much like he's always been today, right?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Shota's stuff was where we wanted to be. No walks, 8 strikeouts. So, the second homer by Contreras, you kind of just tip your cap. The strong man, right? But he pitched really well. And Brad Keller, I thought, was really key to the game. We had him up in the 5th. Really long 6th inning. They went through 3 pitchers, and we still get 6 outs from them. So that was a job well done, and that put the game in real good order.
Tucker had such a rough month. Just to see the bat speed today a little different.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the same thing, but then you look at his on base, and he's over 400 on base still. So it's like he's still doing a heck of a job, and he's still seeing the ball really well. And today was a really complete game by him.
How do you just feel about where y'all stand coming out of here? 2 months left, one game back.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fun 2 months. It's going to be a challenge in 2 months. There's a really long way to go. We needed this game today for sure, and the guys delivered a big effort.
I know you don't have a crystal ball, but when we talked to you on Friday, do you expect to have other parts to your ball club?
I know Jed's working really hard, and there's time to go left, so you just kind of see what happens. And like I said, you got to be, I know Jed, you got to be responsible to this team and to the future of the Cubs, and he's working hard at it.
Sarah handled very well on the left field.
He had a great game in left field. I think the play in the 8th for Thielbar with the play against Frelick, I thought was an exceptional play. I didn't think he had a chance at that ball, and he made an exceptional play there. So, very good game in left field. Very good game, and our our DHs, it turned out had a really nice game too with Ballesteros, and then JT led off the big double and Ian with a late homer. So that worked out well also.
Great. So looking at your record, your team's performance over 4 months, does it feel like the group has earned kind of a significant reinvestment at the trade deadline?
Well, I think that's Jed's mindset, absolutely. But it takes 2. You got to find a partner with that, and this team has played well for sure, and we're excited about what lies ahead. No matter what lies ahead, we're excited to get after it for the next 2 months.
That's why all the hype coming into this is 2 of the best teams in baseball, and such a big hyped up series for late July. How do you walk away with it? Still 2 of the best teams in baseball in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter what we say there. I think this is a team we're going to have to beat to win the division, and we're going to have to compete with to win the division. It's the playoff setup where it's like, it's win the division is important, but it's really to set up like you either get a top 2 seed or you make the playoffs. Otherwise, it's the same thing, and that's that's what I think both teams have at stake and have possible, and that's what you're shooting for.
By Yuengling, America's oldest brewery, and we are laying a closer eye on Shota Imanaga's start today versus the Brewers. You see 8 strikeouts. And all the dust settled. We're like, he had 8 strikeouts today? Yes, he did indeed. His stuff, it was working, except for when he was out there twirling to William Contreras. 2 of the 3 runs that he allowed. You see right there, solo strolls by Sweet Stick Part 2. He's going to take that back into the lab, work on it, and roll it into his next start. So Shota Imanaga, here he is, shoulder to shoulder with Edwin on today's Milwaukee Open Gym.
そうですね、前回は少し体のメカニズム自体が良くはなかったので、その原因をしっかりとピッチングコーチと分析して、今日の登板に臨んで チームが勝っててよかったです。
So from my previous start, my pitching mechanics weren't great. So I just kind of dove in, talk about that with my pitching coaches and, made the adjustment. So I'm glad we got the win today.
It seemed like your command was so much better today. Is it part of the adjustment? Ball just seemed to going over the part of the plate last time out.
その前回と比べて今日はすごいコマンドが良かったんですけど、その今話したようにその調整っていうのは話はありました。
そうですね。前回やはりちょっと体の中のズレがあったので、そのズレをこの中4日の中でうまく修正して臨むということが一番大事だったので、それが今日はできました。
Yeah, so I think it was important to kind of look at what I did in the past outing, where I felt off, and then make those adjustments. So I would say so, yes.
With where this team is at, kind of the trade deadline tomorrow, just how curious are you to see what additions might be made to this roster?
その明日がトレードデッドラインなんですけど、このチームを見て、ロスターの変化とか、そういうのに関してどう興味を持ってますか？
こういう時期を経験するのは2回目ですけども、時には厳しさだったりとか、そういうのも自分は目の当たりにしてるんで、これがこの MLB の厳しさだと思いますし、今いるメンバーで勝つことが大事なんじゃないかなとは思いますし、どういう結果になってもそのメンバーでやるのが大事だと思います。
So this is my, second time experiencing this time of year, and I kind of felt last year of how tough of a situation it is and the difficulty of the MLB. So I think winning with who we have is important, and we'll see what happens, and then wherever the roster is, we'll win with that.
What has it been at the schedule or the enormity of a game in the way of your concentration? Does that ever come into play, knowing this was as big a game as it was in short?
Well, did you say length of the schedule?
Knowing that it was as big a game as it was in short.
今日は大きな試合とかそういう捉え方で、今日の試合をもう少し集中するとかそういう考え方ありますか？
そういう考え方はなくて、別に1試合目だろうが100試合目だろうが、この首位攻防戦だろうが、自分がやらなければいけない仕事は変わらないので、結果的に2連敗して今日臨みましたけど、別に3連勝目でも仮に3連勝目でも自分がやるべきことは変わらないので、特に何かそういったものはなかったです。
No, I wouldn't say so. It could be the first start of the year. It could be game 100. It could be, we're going back and forth, first, second place. I mean, my job's still the same. Even if we won the first two, my job's still the same at the end of the day. So I think the focus was just to do my job.